Well, good afternoon, or whenever you're listening to this, everybody. This is Fremont Cutlery Company, 823 West State Street, Fremont, Ohio. Worth your trip to come here, see what all we got. We've got Eden, who you've met before, and me, Ed, I'm the owner. We wanted to talk a little bit about locks. What keeps a knife open? Eden, when you've been showing somebody a knife, have they ever opened it and then, or you opened it for them, or it's open in the case, which is usual, and they go, how do you close it? It's happened?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time?
All the time.
Yeah, very cool. Because there's a whole heck of a lot of different locks. People like different things. I personally like button locks. How about showing them a button lock?
Mm-hmm. This is a button lock. It's kind of what it sounds like. There's just a little button on the side of the knife, and this is not an automatic. So the button, all the button will do is unlock the blade, like so, and it's not spring loaded or anything. So when you open it, you have to just flick it a little,
Yeah.
and then it'll open.
Or you can open it with the thumb stud,
Mm-hmm.
and then push the button and it closes. I like a button lock myself. What's your thing for locks?
I kind of like fixed blades. So,
Okay, so she's just going to duck the whole question.
Yeah, so, it is true. Most of my knives are fixed blade. I don't mind button locks. They kind of stress me out when they don't have a safety.
When they got no detente. The fall shut like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a guy in here, kind of a regular the other day, that was messing with a fall shut knife. Not a button lock, but it was still a fall shut we're talking about. And he didn't have his fingers out of the way, and it got him across the nail.
Yeah.
And it cut the nail.
Yeah.
Our knives are sharp.
Yeah.
Our knives are sharp. Yeah, I like button locks.
I don't mind liner locks, I guess.
Again, I don't mind liner locks. It's this Viper. Yeah, this is a liner lock. This is a nice knife, a Viper. It's Italian made, really cool knife. And it opens like that. And liner lock's probably the most common. Bring it up there where you can see it. You just push the liner and you close the knife. And this one's a flipper, thumb stud, whatever. But yeah, push the liner, close the knife. Probably the most common. I would say
so. I think that's what most of our like the knives up on the shelves. Like most of them are liner locks.
But yeah, budget knives go a lot with a liner lock. Now this is no budget knife. This is mid-tech, about $190. Beautiful Italian made thing. But let's see what else is common. Most common frame locks. Frame locks are common. That's an Ontario rat, and it's a thumb stud. It's not a flipper. Frame lock, about the same as a liner lock. It works the same way. It's just that instead of a liner, you push out on the frame itself and close it. Again, nothing wrong with it. Works like a liner lock. Yeah, works the same way as a liner lock. What do you want to show off now, Eden?
Well, we kind of skipped over.
Yeah, I'm not doing them in order. She's got them all laid out neatly in order, and I just turn around and pick things up.
Well, with button locks, I mean, obviously some knives do just have the button lock, but knives like this Hogue. Oh, and it's automatic.
Yeah.
This one is spring loaded. Knives like this Hogue will also have a safety, if you can see.
Some do.
Yeah, it's that little switch right there. And I don't know if it does turn on while the knife is open.
Open or closed.
Yeah, I don't see how the safety is super valuable while the knife is open.
Now it won't trigger.
Well, with the safety on, I can push the button all I want, and it's not going to get.
So it's kind of a different animal, but it's still a lock.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's locking it closed in that case, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And that's a Hogue. That is a nice auto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a nice auto. Couple $100, you know, but pretty cool. Let's see. Sorry, I'm kicking.
No, you're good.
Here's something different. you ever mess with this at all?
No.
This is a Demco. Very nice, high quality knife. But this is the Demco Shark Lock. And Civivi does something very similar. You pull back on it and you close it. You open it. See, I did that off camera, so that wasn't so good. Mess with it. Here, try it. See what you think of it.
I think I just opened it when we were pulling it out. Like, yuck. Yeah, I don't think that's my favorite. But
It's not your thing?
no. Makes sense, though. Yeah. That is kind of cool.
And I call knives that don't have any detente, I call them fall shots. I don't know if that's like any kind of a technical term, but if you press the lock, you can just kind of flick it shut too.
Is this a thing that's particular to Demco's, or is it?
Civivi makes one similar. Demco,
Okay,
I think,
you
has
said
that
that.
one patented, and they call it the Shark Lock.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But
Yeah,
Civivi makes something similar.
you said that earlier. Sorry.
What do we got? Oh, how about a compression lock or a bar lock? Look, now there's a beautiful knife. That's an Andre de Viller, made in South Africa. It's about a $300 knife, and that one, it's a flipper. You hear that sound? I love that sound. I don't know if that came across in video or not, but you can see the little button here. It's on both sides. You grab it and you pull down on it, and then it drops shut. And you can open it that way too. Yeah, you can open it that way. This is pretty popular. You see it on a good many knives. Your thing?
I don't know. This knife is a little bit big for
She
me.
likes
but-
fixed blades. So. Yeah, that's a big one.
Ooh.
Actually,
Yeah.
that's the one that got somebody.
Yeah,
I'll tell you who it was off camera.
I bet it did go through his fingernail.
Uh-huh.
That's a heavy knife.
That
not
is a
to
heavy
mention-
blade, super
I'm
well
sure
made,
it's sharp, yeah.
and it is sharp.
That is cool.
Yeah, the compression lock's good. But so, your turn. Oh no, are we taking turns?
Do we have one
Oh,
left? Oh,
Sure we do.
I have this little ProTech automatic. This is also a button lock. The point we got
Do
this
we
one
really
out.
want to call it a button lock though?
I mean, it's
It is in a way.
yeah.
It-
I mean, like basically, but it is automatic. Well, I guess the point of getting this one out was that it was automatic, but the Hogue was automatic too.
Yeah.
But this one, is a little snappier than the Hogue is. This is a ProTech, little automatic. There's not a safety on this one.
But the button.
The button is inset.
Yeah, and the button itself, as we said, is a lock. It's open. It will not close until you push that button.
Yes.
So that's why we're considering it kind of a button lock.
Mhm.
Yeah, kind of a button lock. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
What do we got left? We've got, we haven't talked. Here's your father's knife, or your grandfather's knife, or whatever. That's a ripoff on a Case Sodbuster Jr. This one's German made. Very cool knife, very cool little knife. But it's two-handed open. You open it. You see no button. See, that's an insignia, not a button. No button, no liner lock, no nothing. You just, and that's your father's knife, your grandfather's knife. That's your basic, everyday carry, basic pocket knife. Basic as it can be.
And then the last one we have, I'm actually not familiar with this knife. This is an A.G. Russell.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you call this lock?
A lockback.
A lockback? Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought it was, but I didn't want to say it and be wrong. Yeah, this is a lockback. It's a chonky knife.
Yeah, it is.
But lockbacks are kind of what they sound like again. It has a little indent in the back. Just press it down, and keeping your fingers firmly on the blade until you can get your other hand out of the way. Just fold it back in.
Yeah. Pretty simple. So that's about the size of it for locks. As we kind of walked around here and said, are we missing anything? You know, there's lots of ways to lock the blade of a knife open. They all serve the same purpose, that they can't close on your fingers while you're using it. But the fact is that if you're using the knife right, you're not going to close it on your fingers. You should be cutting pressure against the sharp side. If it's closing on your fingers, you're doing something backwards. You know, really, when it gets right down to it, they shouldn't need a lock, but we all do things that we probably shouldn't. So, yeah. So that's knife locks. So the next time you come in and you pick up a knife and you go, okay, I don't know how to close this thing, don't be embarrassed. Just ask. We'll show you again. But so now you know, though. You can go, ooh, that's a compression lock or a bar lock or whatever. Or, ooh, that's a button lock. I know how because I watched Ed Neaton on the video. Yay! So, all right, thanks for watching. Stop by 823 West State Street here in Fremont. We can special order. We can take credit card by phone. If you see us do something on Facebook, you can call. But there is nothing like stopping in. There's nothing like stopping in. You should handle the knife. You should touch it. You should feel it. You should see if it fits your hand, if you like it. So stop in and see us. And thanks for watching us. Anything to say?
No, not really.
Okay.